Have you ever stopped and wondered, what is it about Singapore that makes people instantly fall in love with this little island nation? Is it the futuristic skyline that looks like something out of a science fiction movie? Is it the endless food choices that can make you feel like you've traveled across Asia in just one meal? Or maybe it's the fact that Singapore always feels safe, clean, and efficient, no matter what time of the day or night. These are questions that people from every corner of the world ask themselves when they land here, and by the end of this video, you'll see exactly why Singapore continues to win hearts in 2025. In this video, we'll uncover 5 powerful reasons why people love Singapore more than ever before. We'll explore how this tiny city-state manages to blend world-class modernity with timeless traditions, how it has taken food culture to heights that few countries can match, and how its airports, gardens, and public systems continue to set global standards. This isn't just about what you see on travel brochures, this is about the lived experience that both locals and visitors celebrate every single day. So, whether you're planning a trip, creating content, or just curious about why the world talks about Singapore with such admiration, you're in the right place. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and join our community of curious minds discovering the world's most fascinating places. Now let's dive into the 5 things everyone loves about Singapore in 2025. The skyline and iconic places that make Singapore feel cinematic. Singapore's skyline is more than a collection of tall buildings, it's a carefully composed stage that blends architecture, green space, and water into scenes people want to photograph and share. The stretch around Marina Bay is the obvious heart of this story, the hotel with its rooftop infinity pool that sits like a ship across 3 towers, the arts and science museum that looks like a blooming lotus, and the promenade that turns evenings into a light and sound show. These landmark places aren't just for picture posts, they host world-class exhibitions, concerts, and events year-round, so the city's skyline is always alive with activity and not only a backdrop. The design is intentional, sweeping public spaces, easy pedestrian routes, and visually dramatic vantage points make it effortless for someone to walk, stop, and fall in love with the place. For creators, that cinematic quality is gold. You get scenes that look premium even when shot on a phone, which helps explain why so many influencers and travelers tweet, post, and vlog about Singapore's views. Liam. Food culture that bridges street humbleness and Michelin recognition. Food is the lifeblood of Singapore, it's how strangers meet, how families celebrate, and how cultures talk to one another. Hawker centers remain the soul of that food scene, communal tables, sizzling woks, fragrant broths, and spicy sambals that smell like home. In recent years hawker culture has continued to adapt, award-winning stalls, bib gourmand picks, and even a growing number of chef-driven concepts have joined the mix, but the essential value remains: affordable, soulful meals that reflect the island's multicultural DNA. The number of hawker centers and stalls gives guests endless options, and the embrace by international food guides, including Michelin recognitions and local bib gourmand awards, has elevated street food to global fame without making it inaccessible. Even as some small eateries face pressures from higher costs, food lovers still find reasons to queue, taste, and return, because a plate of food here often feels like a cultural time machine. One bite and the story of the place is revealed. World-class airport and travel convenience that starts the moment you land. One of the most repeated lines we hear from visitors is, "The welcome begins at the airport." Singapore Changi is consistently recognized among the world's very best airports, and its passenger amenities make travel part of the experience rather than a chore. From lush indoor gardens and waterfall features to smooth immigration flows and plentiful lounges, Changi reduces travel fatigue and often becomes a highlight on its own. That convenience extends beyond the terminal. Efficient connection options into the city, friendly signage, and predictable transit links mean visitors can go from bag to breakfast fast. When your first memory of a trip is a calm, beautiful space rather than a chaotic queue, the entire travel mood shifts, and that emotional lift colors the rest of the visit. Even in years when global airport rankings shuffle, Changi's reputation for exceptional passenger experience remains a major reason people love Singapore as a travel destination. Green design and public spaces that balance city living and nature. What surprises many first-time visitors is how green Singapore actually feels. Gardens, pocket parks, and tree-lined avenues are woven into neighborhoods so that nature is never far away. A flagship example is the massive, futuristic gardens that host light shows, plant conservatories, and themed floral displays, places that attract millions of visitors and keep evolving their exhibitions. The planning philosophy is explicit: make green spaces accessible, program them with events, and use them to connect communities. The result is a city where a short walk can shift you from shopping districts into peaceful gardens, and where ecological storytelling is visible at scale. That consistent presence of green, from neighborhood playgrounds to grand botanical projects, makes urban life softer and livelier at the same time. For both residents and visitors, those spaces become emotional anchors, a place to breathe, to meet friends, or to watch the sunset over the water. Reliable public systems and a sheer focus on convenience. Practicality matters. Singapore's systems, from transport planning and rail operations to the cleanliness of streets and the clarity of public information, create a sense of reliability that lowers daily friction. The transit network, numerous bus routes, and digital ticketing systems mean most places are reachable without a car. Authorities publish statistics and performance targets and have invested heavily in keeping services running smoothly. That reliability does two subtle things: it frees visitors from constant planning stress, and it allows locals to invest time in experiences instead of logistics. When your city removes everyday hassles, what's left is space for discovery, for late strolls, and for spontaneous meals with new friends. That dependable backdrop is the reason families, business travelers, and long-stay visitors say they feel secure and at ease, and that ease turns into affection. And there you have it, 5 unforgettable reasons why Singapore stands out as one of the most loved places on Earth in 2025. We've seen how the skyline is more than just architecture, it's a living canvas of culture, technology, and beauty. We've explored how food is not just a necessity here, but a true celebration of diversity and identity. We've taken a look at Changi Airport, which turns travel into a luxury experience rather than a chore, and at the incredible green spaces that make Singapore a city where you can breathe, relax, and feel connected to nature even in the middle of urban life. Finally, we've discovered how reliable systems and convenience form the backbone of daily living, creating a sense of comfort that makes people love being here. But the real secret of Singapore is this: it's not one single element that makes people fall in love. It's the combination of everything: modern design, deep-rooted traditions, food, safety, efficiency, and beauty, all woven into one seamless experience. That's why travelers return again and again, and that's why locals take pride in calling this island home. If this video gave you a new perspective on Singapore, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who dreams of visiting. Drop a comment below and tell us, which of these 5 reasons excites you the most? Would it be the food, the gardens, the airport, or simply the overall feeling of convenience and safety? Your thoughts might inspire someone else's next adventure. Thank you for spending time with us today. Keep exploring, keep asking questions, and remember, the world is full of places that can surprise and inspire you. Until next time, stay curious and stay inspired.